Hey there.
Hello.
Morning, Scott Borchetta.
Morning.
Yeah, you have worked with some of the biggest names in country music over the years: Taylor Swift, the band Perry, Florida Georgia Line, and heading up Big Machine Records. And you are the mentor for the finals on American Idol this year. I think the talent is incredible. I'm having a tough time picking out who I think the winner will be. Do you have one picked out?
Yeah, I do, but I can't tell you because I've got to treat each one of them equally and make sure I'm putting their best foot forward every night.
So if somebody you have picked out as the Idol winner this year doesn't win, is it fair to say that contestant might get an offer from Big Machine?
Well, you never know. I do have first right of refusal from all of the contestants. But so far, I think America is really getting it right, and I'm really excited to see who they put through to the top 12 tonight. So America's votes from last week will hit the top 10, and then the judges will have 2 wild cards. So we'll end up with our top 12 on tonight's show.
You're kind of in a unique position because a lot of the mentors that have come on American Idol in the past are, singers, performers, and this is kind of what you do for a living. American Idol kind of lucked out. I mean, someone that has, like Dale said, has been so successful. You're just doing your job, but just on television.
You know what? You hit it absolutely on the head because so many times I've had to explain that. But we're approaching this the same way we approach every artist that we sign to the Big Machine label group. And what I love about this opportunity is, in the past when we have worked with winners from these shows, we don't get to work with them or engage with them. We understand that we don't get to even talk to them until the day after they've won. So the opportunity to work with them behind the scenes on practically a daily basis to help prepare them to be the best they can be every night, and then ultimately on May 13th, have a real shot at becoming a very successful recording artist. It's really been an incredible opportunity.
Scott, what is the difference between a great singer and an artist?
Man, great question. And it's something that I deal with every day of what we do. There are a lot of, the internet has flattened the field, if you will. There are a lot of really talented singers, but identifying that one who is a great storyteller, who is a great interpreter, who is great at engagement, who is an individual, those are some of the things that are a must for us when we sign somebody. So understanding, identifying, and then pulling that out of any potential artist or contestant is really mission critical.
Well, so far, I would say that his name is Kasim Middleton.
Kasim, yeah,
Kasim,
great performer.
He's a great performer. Is that what you're looking for?
You're looking for the whole package. You need a great performer, you need great vocals, you need great song selection, great song sense. So each one of them have different needs and different strengths. So that's where you really get in and try to lift all boats. But as far as, the dynamic of what Kasim brings every week to the show, he's kind of our Bruno Mars of the show, if you will. He really rocks it every time he hits the stage, and he's going to kill it tonight.
A lot of people think that American Idol is kind of on its last leg. It's not on as many nights. Do you, as someone from a record company, do you see these reality shows, these reality singing shows, as an extension of what you guys do? Do you look at it? I mean, obviously you're a part of it now, but how do you feel when you have an artist that comes up, let's say the traditional route, working hard, playing the bars, trying to play in front of people from the label, and then someone that comes up from something like American Idol where they stand in line and try out, and a couple months later could be a huge superstar?
So in other words, is it an unfair advantage?
Yeah, I guess what's your view on that?
Originally I didn't like the concept, honestly. But what's happened now that the show is 14 years old, there's a lot of young kids who grew up with the show understanding that is one of the options to becoming a recording artist. So when they're screening hundreds of thousands of young contestants and doing so much work, I have to acknowledge and go, they might find somebody too. And if we can reimagine the show and have people understand that it is the most successful show of its kind in history, if there are any contestants out there feeling, that show might not be for me, I'm going to try to pull them out of their foxhole because we're really going after this the same way we go after everything on the Big Machine label group. And it's really about exposure, because now, again, with the internet, you and I could record a record today, put it out, and see if anybody cares. Mm-hmm. So the game has changed so much in 14 years. Is it an unfair advantage? Well, everything in life you can look at as like, well, they got lucky. It's like, yeah, well, they worked really hard to get that lucky. And you know that with the success that you've had with your great radio station and your great morning show. Everybody's a 10-year, overnight success. You look at how hard these kids work, whether it's, when I signed Taylor, she was 14, but people didn't understand how engaged she was already into her art at 14 years old. So there are no two paths that are ever the same. So if they're going to do all this work, I want to see if we could go in and exploit the opportunity.
Well, thanks for taking some time with us this morning. Good talking to you. We'll see you tonight on American Idol. It's Scott Borchetta.
Fantastic. Talk to you next week.